get with you, baby, tonight. I don't wanna love, I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna have to tell you all the things I know. I don't wanna stay, but I don't wanna go. I don't wanna be the lover in your arms. I don't wanna be the one to keep you from home. I don't wanna be the crooked person in your heart. I don't wanna stop, but I don't wanna stop. Part-time lover, how we suffer now. I don't wanna waste no more of your precious time. I don't wanna say that everything will be fine. I don't wanna feel your tears on my skin. I'm a coward, baby, don't let me in. Part-time lover, how we suffer now. So I don't wanna sit in and get with you, baby, tonight. I don't wanna love, I don't wanna fight. I don't wanna have to tell you all the things I know. I don't wanna stay, but I don't wanna go. I am a poor wayfaring stranger, traveling through this world of war. There is no sickness, toil nor danger in that bright land to which I go. I'm going there to see my mother. I'm going there, no more to roam. I'm just going over Jordan. I'm just going. Oh, just gone. I'm going land to see my brother. He said he'd meet me when I come. hush, little darling, don't say a word. I'm gonna buy you a mockingbird. Say, darling, say. And if that mockingbird don't sing, I'm gonna buy you a diamond ring. Yes, and I know that diamond ring. Yes, I know that diamond ring is gonna shine. Darling, if you'll marry me, I'll buy you a house with a big oak tree. Say, darling, say, we'll live in the house with the big oak tree. 3 little babies on your knee. Yes, and I know that diamond ring. Yes, I know that diamond ring is gonna shine. So hush, little darling, don't say a word.
Good day. I'm streaming for Thumbs United. We're doing more photo editing. We have a lot to do. Well, kind of. We have this whole. We have. Well, it looks like we just have one more section after I complete this one. So we have about 76 photos to go through, and we're just gonna start editing them and everything. So let's get started. Let's get this party started, as my manager / supervisor used to say. And it's funny because she used to say that, you know, that's everyone. Oh no, I was hoping it remembered. Okay. So we don't want it to remember the white balance, I just want it to remember the curve. And that just speeds up my editing a little bit. I don't really plan on talking too much for this stream. I'm pretty tired, but I have to get through this. So not so much the stream, it's more I have to get through the photo editing. So I was like, you know what? Might as well do it on the stream. Somebody out there might find this interesting. And I'm gonna post my my links in the chat. So there you go. If you want to look up more stuff that I do, you can check those out. We've only got one photo. And like I said before in the other streams, I am changing the way yeah, we don't need this photo. I am changing the way I edit my photography for this series. Usually I do very rich contrast and really dark blacks and darks shades. But for this project I'm trying to give the widest range of lights and darks. And that's mainly for when I do the animations, and for it being in 4K I want it to be very vibrant and kind of take full advantage of the extra pixels and everything like that. There's been studies that have shown that if people view two screens, like two TVs, and they're the exact same TV, but they don't tell them that, and like let's say they're both 1080p, people will think that when the contrast is set higher on one TV than the other, people would automatically assume that that TV is like higher quality TV is 4K or something, but they wouldn't realize that it's the same TV. So our eyes like high contrast to a degree. But so that's kind of something to look out for. Like if you're seeing these not these images, but other images, and it's like it's really high contrast and stuff, but it can be lower quality. And so that's just kind of saying that pixels don't really matter that much. Now this image is like super grainy. I'm probably not going to use it. Like you can see all that grain. I hope it comes through on the screen. Yeah, it looks like it is. And that's kind of terrible. So I'm going to edit this one differently. You guys, I haven't been using my shortcut. Okay. There we go. And so what I've noticed is doing deeper colors for night photography really helps out. Like don't even try to brighten it up, because all the grain comes out, and that's from the high ISO. But because you're taking pictures of dark things, if you make it dark, it will naturally look better. And I know some of these look very similar. And that's because they are. It's just some have more of a range. These are all taken at sunset. They took the ferry from, I think it was from Manhattan. It's from New York. Pretty sure it's from Manhattan to Jersey. And so the ferry's free. And it's free both ways. And so when you go to buy, you still have to like reserve a ticket. And so when you go on the ferry, you get your ticket and then you go on. It takes a surprisingly short amount of time to load everyone. But before you get in, there are all these people selling these tickets for, they tell you, oh, you can't see the Statue of Liberty if you take this ferry. If you go with the one tour group, they go right up to it and they have closer shots and everything. And we were like, no, we'll take the ferry. And so my mom and I took it, and I mean, it was pretty good. I mean, you see these shots I got, like, that's okay. And so it was like, I mean, it's still kind of far away. I was using a 28 to 135, I think 135 lens, and so I was zoomed in all the way at 135. And yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the last one. I don't know why there's so many selected. Oh, it's not, it was something else. I'm gonna delete these three. And then this is more night photography, but it's in the middle of the city. It's I'm on top of the Empire State Building, and they have this observation deck, which is even higher than the place most people go, and it's more expensive. But it was nice in there because it's heated. Kind of the regular spot to go. It's all outdoors, so it does get windy and cold. When I was taking these photos, this one was actually January 5th of 2016. So these are going pretty fast. I've been really dizzy the past couple of days, since Friday, and at night at almost the same time I get like this really big headache, and that's when the dizziness seems to get worse. And so Friday and Saturday I took ibuprofen, and I mean it kind of felt better, but then the headache came today, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna work through it. And then I tried drinking some green tea, because one green tea is supposed to be good for you, but then I thought maybe the kind of boost in caffeine would, kind of open up the veins in the brain. Because that's what caffeine does. Is it releases part of what caffeine does is it releases a neurotransmitter that tells your veins to pretty much open up and let more blood flow through them. And I'm deleting that photo. Too similar. Deleting this one too. And so that's when, after you drink a lot of coffee, like after a couple of weeks, your body stops creating that neurotransmitter that says, okay, open your blood vessels, because it's used to getting that signal from the coffee, and the body's always trying to reach a state of homeostasis, so just kind of reaching balance. And so then when you stop drinking the coffee, your body's like, what? I thought I didn't have to create this neurotransmitter, and now you're telling me I have to. So then it takes a while, a long time. Like, you can get coffee migraines for like a week or two, and that's the addicting part. It's not the only aspect of it that's addicting. When I took my psychology class, they were like, guess what the most addictive substance is? We were like, they're naming all these drugs, and they're like, nope, it's caffeine. And it's extremely addictive because it's a stimulant. And so I've gone on kind of coffee cleanses, I guess you could say, where I'll scale back the amount of coffee I drink, and then I'll go like completely off it. And I usually last like 3 or 4 months without drinking coffee, but then there's something that always happens where it's like, it's kind of like being a smoker. It's just like, I smell, a nice pot of coffee, and it's just like, oh. And then it's like, wouldn't it be nice if you just had one cup? And you have one cup and you're more sensitive to coffee. And so, you can't sleep that night. And you wake up the next day tired and groggy. And then it's like, oh, I'll have another cup to wake me up. And before you know it, you're like back on the coffee train. But I think I have it figured out now. I switched to espresso, which you might be like, oh, that's more. But I used to drink 2 large cups of drip coffee. So now with the espresso, I only drink 1 cup. And I'm starting to make the espresso weaker and weaker. Like before, I used like 4 tablespoons of roasted beans, and then I ground them up and everything. But now I went down to 2. I'm thinking about going down to 1 tablespoon. And it made a huge difference, especially with traveling and going to see my sister's performance and everything. Because whenever I traveled, I used to get like the largest, migraine and everything. And it didn't matter what I did. Like I'd bring ibuprofen, I'd bring coffee with me and everything. It was just whenever I traveled. So now what I think it was is I was going into like coffee withdrawal. And so even though I would drink coffee and tea on the trips, it was nowhere near the strength that I would normally brew at home. And so that was the nice thing about traveling this time, was because I'm making my coffee weaker and weaker, I can just grab a regular cup, and that like satisfies my coffee urges, which sounds terrible, but it's kind of where I'm at. So we're almost done with this section. And we have one more section to do after this. And it's going to be a short one for sure. So this might be a short stream. And this one is out of focus. We'll keep it in there just in case. It would make a nice background with some text over it. Okay, so we did that section. Now we're moving on to the next one. And there's only 11 photos to edit, and they're okay photos. They're not great. To be honest, they're gonna be more B-roll than anything. What was that? I don't want to take a snapshot. Do I have to do this? I've never seen that before. There we go. I can't read this far from my monitor. I have to make an appointment with my eye doctor. I've been having like kind of major problems with my vision. Specifically my night vision. Oh, and you know what? I'm going to switch it to auto because I'm shooting through the car window again. So I'm going to go through and copy the settings. So I don't think you guys can see it. But yeah, for some reason it doesn't show prompts. I think it has to do with my window capture on OBS. There's this motorcycle. America. And these ones I'm doing them, making them brighter than I usually do. Which again goes to kind of changing my style. And it's okay, I like it. We're on the bridge now. And I'm trying a new way of... I missed it already. I was trying to get it really... It was super foggy during this day, so that's why we're having problems with this image. And then I'm trying to cut through the haze. So that means making the contrast really high. Well, to be honest, that was it. We got through all the 35mm. Well, kind of want to do a slideshow. It takes a while in Lightroom. I don't know why. Now it's loading. It's taking a pretty long time. This is going to take forever, so I'm not going to do that. These are the photographs we're going to use for the 4K aspect of this New York project. And there's a ton of video footage, and I'm going to start going through that later off stream. I have to start sorting it, and the video footage is really what kind of dictates what goes in the episode and what doesn't. And then we have kind of the alternative experimental photography. Over here is I'm sorry, my dog is scratching, so it sounds like someone's knocking at the door. But these are going to be VR. There we go, finally got it back. Hello. I'm trying to... For some reason it's having an issue. So, okay. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna do now. I think I'll start doing some medium format editing. Or you know what? I'm gonna call it quits. Because I have to change the drive and everything, and that will take too long. So thanks for tuning in. I'm not sure what's happening tomorrow. I usually don't stream Mondays, but yeah, we'll see. It depends how much footage I get done sorting, and yeah. So I'm streaming for sure on Tuesday, video games and other content. I mean, video games is on Tuesday, but the creative streams are on Wednesday and Friday, and then Thursday is another rebroadcast of the Let's Play I do on Tuesday. And then every once in a while I'm doing a Halo run through, so I'm streaming a Halo 1 right now, and I do it from the Xbox, and it's only about 30 to 40 minutes, so they're shorter streams. I mean, this one's a short stream too. It's 54 minutes. Usually creative is longer, but like I said, I usually don't do creative on the weekend. It's just as needed. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in. I'll see you Tuesday for sure. Maybe Monday night. Bye-bye.